Yes My Lord and an Exstoto, and I would say it's a very weak Yes My Lord. If you want some pointing in the right direction, No Guarantees is a well-backed horse at 9-2, but this Aristoxine, in lots of money for this, 10s into 7-1, and another strong outsider is Martha's Kinsman. Now, how's it shaping up on the exchanges?
Well, I'm not seeing huge money for Aristoxine here, but I've got No Guarantees a clear...
Aristoxine was the one that really caught our eye on the way to the post in the green and yellow quarters white sleeves, colours of Trevor Hemmings. They'll be carried by Alma Turk later on, and they jump away then for our first race from Cheltenham for a new season on Channel 4, and heading to the first No Guarantees with Hot World towards the near side. Exstoto, a little nod in third place, and down at the first is Whitford Don. Well, he jumped off all right, but he didn't jump the first. And unhappily, Colin Motherway is on the deck after the first fence. Whitford Don seems none the worse. Meanwhile, they gallop on to the second. No Guarantees from Exstoto. Martha's Kinsman and Hot World. The leader jumps markedly away to the right there. And back in the field, Darby Wall in the black and yellow colours from the Jaguar. Then Aristoxine, Yes My Lord, held up together with Fall on the Hill. Looking to the landing side of that first fence, Colin Motherway is being attended to by the paramedics. He's still down. Meanwhile, they're over the next, and Hot World gave that a mighty clout in third place on the outside. They go on now towards the water jump. No Guarantees from Exstoto, Darby Wall of Martha's Kinsman, then Hot World out wide of La Jaguar, and then Aristoxine, Fall on the Hill, and a reminder or two for Yes My Lord at the back. This is an open ditch. The leaders sail over cleanly enough. They're all safely over. There's Yes My Lord on the right there, being cajoled along at this very early stage by James O'Farrell. At the next plain fence, and it's Exstoto and No Guarantees that continue to dispute the pace here. Exstoto on the near side, No Guarantees in the blue and yellow colours, familiar colours carried in the past by Young Hustler. As they go towards this open ditch, they're clear of Darby Wall. Again, No Guarantees jumping out to the right, and Exstoto tending to follow the leader there. Hot World's jumping continues to be very slow. Colin Motherway is on his feet. There he is, and is okay after his first fence fall from Whitford Don. Back with the leaders, No Guarantees continues to lead from Exstoto, and the problem David England has here on No Guarantees is trying to correct this tendency to jump out to the right. It's been quite extravagant at times, or whether he should just let the horse get on and do it if that's the way he's happiest to jump. But we might just ask John Frankham about that, actually. Exstoto over in second place, then Darby Wall. John, what should he do? What should he do here? No Guarantees jumping away to the right. Should he aim to correct it or just let him do it?
Well, I think basically you're better off letting a horse just run whichever way it wants to. Once you start trying to pull them out of their rhythm in front of a fence, that's where you start getting into trouble. Ideally, you'd like to just drop back, Andrew, and get a horse on his outside to stop him doing it.
That would be the ideal situation. He is, as you can see, he's quite a free-going sort, and he enjoys bowling along in front. One thing he is doing is keeping down the middle of the fence and isn't trying to come right back into the inside where so
he's not interfering with
anything else. And as you can see, he's drifting the last stride and a half, so he isn't losing too much ground.
Interesting to see Exstoto's got a bit of a sheep-like mentality, just following No Guarantees right-handed. Well, you might have seen Hot World pulling up. That was a very disappointing showing from him, the Cheltenham Festival winner back in here in March. No Guarantees away, he goes again, so does Exstoto. The others are a bit straighter. Darby Wall over disputing second now, and then Aristoxine as they race with the huge crowd behind them on this first day of the Paddy Power Open meeting. Always such a popular fixture. No Guarantees leading down the hill to Exstoto. Darby Wall with a big white face. Red cap, Martha's Kinsman towards the outside in fourth. Then Aristoxine. And Yes My Lord has gone there. Yes My Lord the faller. James O'Farrell on the deck. I just don't think he was travelling really anyway. Certainly not in the early stages. Meanwhile, over the water jump, No Guarantees leading the way. James O'Farrell is up on his feet. Looks okay. Not a good start to the meeting for David Pipe. No Guarantees from Exstoto, or indeed for the owner David Johnson. Aristoxine dragged the hind legs through the birch there. That was a bit of a stopping mistake. Meanwhile, back with the leaders. No guarantees from Darby, Wall, Exstoto as they clear the next. Then Martha's Kinsman, Aristoxene trying to recover from that mistake. They're followed by Fall on the Hill. And then a long gap to Le Jaguar, who's struggling. This is the open ditch they're coming to again. No guarantees. Under the promising amateur David England from Darby, Wall and Exstoto, followed by Martha's Kinsman. Fall on the Hill in the purple jacket, just fifth. Then Aristoxene being driven along by Jamie Snowden as they reach the top of the hill. Well, No Guarantees must have given away a fair amount of ground at the fences, but maybe not a lot of impetus. Maybe if he'd been corrected to try and jump straighter, maybe that would have slowed him down. I'm sure the scientists will have something to say about that. 3 left to jump, No Guarantees. 3 lengths clear to Darby, Wall, Exstoto. On the left, on the far side, Fall on the Hill. Then Martha's Kinsman and Aristoxene over 3 out. No Guarantees. Exstoto, Fall on the Hill. Hit that hard. Darby, Wall is jumping much straighter up the inside. You'd have to be fairly confident if you're on him at the moment. JT McNamara, who'll be back on Spot the Difference in the cross country. The Sporting Index chase later on, 2 out. No Guarantees. Darby, Wall, Exstoto. Aristoxene has fought his way back into contention. Then Fall on the Hill and a gap to Martha's Kinsman. Rounding the final turn. No Guarantees is taken on by Darby Wall as they straighten up for home. Darby Wall just has a fractional lead now. No Guarantees coming under pressure. Exstoto's back in third as they arrive finally at the last fence. Darby Wall again, the straighter jump on the far side of No Guarantees. Then Exstoto and Aristoxene as they run up the hill. Darby Wall maybe just out in front. No Guarantees continues to hang badly right over towards the crowd as they race inside the final 50. Darby Wall, No Guarantees is coming back. Darby Wall just to No Guarantees. Exstoto in third, Aristoxene fourth. Fall on the Hill was fifth. Then Le Jaguar and Martha's Kinsman was the last to complete. Well, Darby Wall jumped the straightest and then held on bravely up the hill. You have to say, if No Guarantees had jumped straight, he jumped so badly right all the way round, he would surely have won. But as it is, it's Darby Wall's day at 6-1.
Well, JT, just time to get your breath back, but it was close, but you always had a lot of horse under you.
No, but it's just when he got to the front, he's had enough done.
You were helped a bit because the other horse kept jumping to the right and obviously lost some ground up the straight as well.
Yeah, just to keep jumping out. I had a clear on the inside, which was handy.
And you were happy all the way around? You schooled around nicely?
Yeah, very happy. He's keen early on, but settled great then.
What's the ground like?
Slower than good.
And what about your big horse? Spot the Difference later on.
Hopefully run well.
He loves it.
Good race this year.
Well, good luck and well done. You've got the first meeting off to a good start.